Let's fight, folks. Let's fight. Let's fight. Wherever you guys are joining us from, we are happy you guys are here. Let us know if you're hearing the battle loud and clear tonight. Let's fight, good folks. We're going to take the opportunity to share the live, to smash that emoji button. Let's fight, good folks. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. Good to have each and every one of you. I see Leslie Hamilton is here. Bantu King. Is it loud enough for you tonight? Bantu King. Is it loud enough for you tonight? Let's fight, good folks. Great to have each and every one of you here with us, wherever you are joining us from. Good to have you folks on board with us tonight. We're going to ensure that we share the light to all the right places. Good to see each and every one of you folks. We're going to ensure that we patch you through, guys, to all the right pages and places. Those who joining us on YouTube, on Twitter, those who joining us on LinkedIn, on Facebook. A great evening to each and every one of you. Welcome to the ring, folks. Welcome, 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 welcome. We really trust that you guys are well. Wherever you are joining us from, we trust that you folks are well. Peace and power, good folks. Peace and power. Peace and power. We trust that all is well at your end. Let us know how things are. Yolanda Thomas, good to see you. Is it Ariel? I see Melinda is here, Valera Garnett is here, Utiline Pilmer is here as well, Joylyn Cook, all the usual suspects out tonight, and we are happy that you folks are out with us. Good folks, we are happy. Live the land. Yep, I see Lisa as well. Good to see you, Lisa, and Maxine, Adrian, and all you beautiful, fantastic folks who are joining us. Let's fight, guys. Great to have you. Good to have each and every one of you. You know, you guys come on. We encourage you folks to share the live, to smash that emoji button, folks. And let's do what we gotta do. Let's do what we gotta do. We gotta ensure to be shared to all the right places. Don't try to confuse us today, folks. Good to have you here, Andrew Griffith, and all the other folks. Smash that emoji button, folks. Smash that emoji button for us. Good to see each and every one of you, wherever you guys are getting us from. We are super happy that you wonderful, beautiful folks are here with us. We got a couple of things in store for you guys. We got a couple of things in store for you. Let's fight, good folks. Let's hit. We got a fight card set, and we're fired up, and we're ready to go. And we hope it's the same for you wonderful folks, wherever you are getting us from. Let's fight, good folks. Let's fight. Pace and power tonight. Pace and power, good folks. Good to see you. John Abrams, good to see you. Cassandra Keeler. Sherman, good to thank you. Good to see you as well. And all the other guys who are joining us. Great to have you folks here. Let's fight, good folks. Let's fight. Good to see you guys. You all come out on a Friday night. Joylyn Cook, Charles Nelson, and all the usual suspects. We are super happy that you guys are here with us. We ain't got no time to waste, good folks. We ain't got no time to waste. We are happy that you guys are here. I hope Lyndon is tuning into us. I really hope, guys, that Lyndon has tuned into our broadcast. Really hope that the guys are on board with us, because we got a couple of things we got to talk to Lyndon about tonight. We're happy the National Assembly folks. Take a look at some of what we're covering tonight. In the fight card, Island Region 6. Island Region 6, and then we can talk about the Bishop of Georgetown, Bishop Allen, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the happenings in the National Assembly today. Vikram Bhatt. We're talking about what's happening with the police force as well, and then the Prime Minister. Oh yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the PM. We're going to know, folks. It's different. Let's fight, guys. We're fired up. We're ready to go, and we trust that you guys are as well. Fired up and ready to go. Fired up, good folks, and ready to go. We trust all is well at your end. Jack Powers Allen, the Godfather, Holiday in the Lower Valley, and John Raymond. I see Gary Anderson is here, Linda Booker. Great to have you. Dan Zandy, good to see you as well. And Kyle Hudson, great to see you out front pass. And all the other folks who chance with Harry. Let me say some of the things we're going to be covering, guys, in the fight card tonight. A couple of things that we're touching in the fight card. But you all know where we're starting, guys. We're starting at the opener. We have it set. Yeah, there is starting first. We're starting tonight's proceedings at the opener. We out very proud. And folks, they passed the $781.9 billion budget. This is Appropriations Bill 23, number 2 of 2023, at the conclusion of the 62nd sitting of the National Assembly. The budget, they say, is the biggest budget ever, but they don't want the kind of scrutiny. The biggest budget ever, and say, not so. See, but they don't want the scrutiny, and I'll show you. I'll show you just so that they don't want the scrutiny. If you want to the conclusion, Paul Pocket, folks, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. So, the budget was passed, folks. The budget was passed. Again, Miller, even really all the other folks joining us, the budget was passed. And in the course, which folks, in the course of passing this biggest budget ever, let me make sure we don't damage your eardrums tonight. Folks, in the course of passing this biggest, which kind of modulated the other day a little bit, apologies. In the course of passing this biggest budget ever, good folks, this biggest budget ever, folks, some questions were asked. We're drilling down on some of the issues, good folks, drilling down on some of those issues, battling your skin, drilling down on some of those issues. But they really want to ask the questions, you know. They really want to ask the question. And we asked a particular question on the Linden board, the Linden Enterprise Network, the Linden Enterprise Network. This is a board that caters for the small man. You're in business, you need a grant, you need some expansion, you need some capacity building in your business. The Linden Enterprise Network helped in that regard. 2 years on, the board's still pending. 2 biggest budgets later, folks, the board is still pending. But you know, we have a young MP, Judy Finance, very, very fast and swift on her feet, did her homework, and she put a question as the appropriations bill was being considered in the National Assembly today. Put it to Ashley, whatever happened to the board? You're putting money there, but there's nobody to give out the money. Isn't that foolishness? Isn't that foolishness? You're putting money there, but there's nobody to give out the money. There's no board to approve the spending. That's madness. So the people still don't benefit. The people of Region 10, the people of Linden, Penelope, Hudson, Armidale, the people still won't benefit. That is the opener tonight, folks. That is the opener. That is the question that was put to Ashley. What happened to the board? You all promised the board. Whatever happened to the board? Well, you know, what are you going to say? Huh? What do you think your boy can say? He got into Sam Hines mode. I think he did a little better. To be honest, I think he did a little better than just Sam Hines mode. I think he did a little better than Sam Hines mode, good folks. But we're going to show you some of what he said. We're going to show you a little bit of what he said there in the National Assembly today. Dr. Ashley Singh responding to the question by Member of Parliament, Judy Finance. Take a look and take a listen.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, Honorable Member, Ms. Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Project code 4503-100, contribution to local organization, Linden Enterprise Network. Could the Honorable Minister say what is the status of the board of LEN?
Honorable Minister.
Certainly, Mr. Chairman, through you, I'm happy to inform the honourable members that the matter of the appointment of the board for LEN is, we recognize that appointment is pending, and the honourable member would no doubt be very pleased to know that this matter is engaging active and urgent consideration.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Ms. Finance.
A follow-up, sorry. Sir, at the last budget consideration for 2022, the Honourable Minister said the matter of the appointment of the board is under active consideration and I expect should be concluded forthwith. When I questioned if there's a timeline in place, the Honourable Minister came back and said, I believe the word I used earlier was forthwith. So my question to the Honourable Minister right now, given that we are allocating $50 million to LEN, and the people of Linden looking at this consideration would say that, yes, we're getting $50 million, but there's no board in place, so they cannot receive that money. So could the Honourable Minister give a timeline, and more specifically, could you define forthwith for this Honourable House?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And I would once again thank the honourable member for taking the time to research my answer last year. I will simply say, as I said indeed last year, that we recognize the urgency of the need for a board to be appointed. And this matter, sir, is under consideration in government. But let me go on, sir, to say that we continue to have the management structure in place. There is a staff still, there's a team of staff still at the LEN office, and they continue to provide support to clients, and they continue to have, and so the unit is still very much there, notwithstanding the non-appointment of the board. But I once again, sir, thank the honourable member for drawing attention to this matter and assure her that it will engage consideration.
Thank you, Honorable Member Ms. Lawrence.
Yep. The Linden Enterprise Network. Am I calling it right? Linden Enterprise Network. I hope I am. Yeah. So you give it $50 million, but there's no board to really and truly approve spending and, you know, give it out to the people in grants and so forth to build their businesses. But you see, you're helping. And 1 year later, you're still treating it with urgency. I mean, like, how do you define urgency? Heaven faith. How do you define urgency? Guyana nowadays, how do you define urgency? They said they're treating with the appointment of the LEN board, the Linden Enterprise Network, treating with the board with urgency. And since the last budget, Member of Parliament, Judy of Finance, would have posed those questions to the minister, senior minister with responsibility for finance within the office of the president. 1 year later, we're still holding. But we're moving on, folks. We're moving on. We got a lot of ground to cover tonight, good folks. We got a lot of ground to cover tonight. Internationally, it's the first 100 days of Rishi Sunak's prime ministership there in the UK. The first 100 days, and folks, a lot of things not too right over that side, folks. There's a lot of problems, you know. You got a lot of protests happening. The nurses want raising pay. The teachers want a little reflect too. It's only we sit up here, you know, these unions, but in Britain, and they give it Rishi an easy time at all. As a matter of fact, the folks said they don't want him. They don't want him. Right? They don't want him. But we wish him the best. We wish him the best. His first 100 days in office, at least he did a little better than his predecessor. You remember her? Yeah, she gone too quick. That's probably why you won. That's probably why you won't remember her. She's gone too quick. She didn't make 100 days. Rishi Sunak, he's at that point. That 100-day point. Good folks, we wish him the best. We wish Rishi all the, nothing but the very best. Nothing but the very best. Mavis Davis Wells and all of you fantastic folks on with us. I see Lauren and Lauren Jones and Heaven Fit. Kurt Heidekan. Good to see you folks. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button, folks. We're coming down. In addition to that, we're following some other international news, folks. Well, look story here though. Look story here. Some people know the able. They're having a Satan con, a satanic conference. Boston is having a satanic conference 2023. And they got a group of Christians there who are pushing back, folks. Share the damn lives, man. Look story here now. A satanic conference and a group of Christians are pushing back against what is being dubbed the largest satanic gathering in history. The largest satanic gathering in history is happening in Boston, folks, in 2023. No doubt you can see some people frontlining here. No doubt. This satanic conference, 2023. Where my Christians at? We got to keep praying, folks. We got to keep praying. Red flag. I see somebody say red flag. We got to keep praying, good folks. We just got to keep praying. See, the largest satanic gathering in history. Yeah. Yeah. Father, come for your word, man. Please and thank you. Come for your word. I think we're heading now to the 592. Is it so? It is so. We're covering a couple of things. On the ground where we are, folks. How are y'all doing, DJ Hope Tongue? How are you doing, Savage Tish? How you doing, Alexis, Charmley, Richmond? Good to have each and every one of you. The largest, folks, is in times, you know. Any day now, stay on the right track. Natasha, good to have you. Andrew and Andy, good to have you guys as well. Lyndon Gale, great to see you. Glad that you guys are out with us tonight. Moving on, folks, in the fight, a lot of ground to cover. This is Guyana, good folks. This is Guyana. It's not a real place, that's why I want you. It is not a real place. Well, look, story now. You know, they're telling us the owner of Panther Security is wanted by the police. He is wanted for questioning in relation to issuing some death threats. They're telling us to close relatives. You know, maybe our case security owner is right, Haj Roshan Khan, who says some of these flight by night security companies don't know what they're doing. Don't know what they're doing. We saw one the other day. They registered in December, had a 22-year-old a gun. He shot himself. And a 15-year-old, somebody cleaning gun. Now, death threats. This is the allegations that are being made. Panther Security. We can get that here, but the copyright and so on. You see, Panther Security. The owner is wanted by police for issuing death threats, they say, to a close relative. That's one of the things we're following, folks, on the ground where we are. Look at this, another solid story. Session. We know some of you are like that. You all like Session. Look this. How y'all feel about this one? How y'all feel about this one? They're telling us, folks, reports are that Freddie Kissoon was fired from Kaieteur News. Fired from Kaieteur News. Perhaps the best decision they ever made. After a long time, the best decision. I'm going to start buying back Kaieteur News now. I will start buying back Kaieteur News now. Savage Tish, we're going to start buying back Kaieteur News. That's the right path, the path to recovery. And sing, guys, it's Bingo Board, Heaven Faith. Freddie's gone. They tell us, yep, Freddie is gone. You know, folks, life is about stages. After one time is the next. And it's time Kaieteur News start going up with some of these columns. It's time. Anyone of y'all crying for Freddie there? Yeah, I heard a lot of people crying in Barbies, but it's not for Freddie. I'll tell you about that in a second. We hear a lot of folks crying in Barbies, but it's not for Freddie. Anyone of y'all crying for Freddie there? Folks, we got over 10,500 folks joining us. We see 1,400 on Facebook alone. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button. Naomi Drucker, I see that comment there. Naomi, that's not too kosher. It's not too charitable as a Christian. Margaret Telson, how you doing? How you doing, Margaret? Yeah, you don't cry for me, Argentina. Fired from Kaieteur News. That's why we got a big sense of all the circumstances surrounding. We got a fair sense why he was fired. Get into big face boots. Get into big face boots. And if you forget who owned the newspapers, you think it's he on it, you know. Freddie thinks he alone must stop. He alone is the brightest. He alone is the smartest. Right? But Glenn Lal certainly showed him. Glenn Lal for a national award for us, and they said, please and thank you. That's what we say. Moving on to fight card, guys. Signs of the times, good folks. Signs of the times. All around us, if we know where to look. Soon Mbai's come back, August 2nd, 2020. Mbali Clarkson let him go. I feel the same way. Pack your bags and go. Please and thank you. And Audrey Babin and Annie Benjamin, Jean Bond, pack your bags and go. I see some folks with good riddance to rubbish. I endorse your sentiment. Emily Durant, Naomi Drucker, Kevin Rose, good to have you guys here. Magnell Barrow, Odessa Primus says she's crying very bad. Oh my God, somebody please get Odessa Primus some tissue for us. She says she's crying bad over the absence of Freddie Kissoon. No doubt she's going to miss his columns very much. Folks, give a look. Well, look story now. Signs of the times, good folks. Signs of the times. The times on Sunday was an accident at Parfait Harmony. And we're now catching up with this news. Shaquan Jeremiah Joe lost his life in an accident at Parfait Harmony. Yep, on the west side. Folks. Fast and prayers first and foremost go out to his friends, his family, and loved ones. Young people. And Lisa Lovely Queen and the wrong set of people dead and out. The wrong set of people dead and out. And of course, that's the Prime Minister. She's deeply hurt by Freddie having to leave Kaieteur News. deeply hurt. It's the wrong set we in this country. The wrong set. But we will continue to say, good folk. We will continue to say Seymour George. We will continue to say, we got to slow down. Good folks, we got to slow down and arrive alive. Slow down and when we arrive alive, please and thank you. Slow down. Our thoughts and prayers again go out to our brother's family, friends and his loved ones. Slow down. You know, Shaquan Young, Mother Milk still in his face. Chef Tony, Beatrice Selby, Cicely Weeks, Mother Milk still in his face. Slow down, and let me arrive alive. Some of y'all get on it though. Y'all get on it. As Primus tell me, some of we get on it. Andrew Griffith, Patricia Craig, Lester Williams, Bernadette Jones, Bernadette James. Some of we get on it. And actually, that she can tell you what. Drop on it. We started a businessman, busted with over $5.9 million worth of marijuana. Craig Brown, also known as Cocoa Tea. Here's who's back up these days. Folks, your mother gave you a name. Oh, let people call you that. Your parents give you a name, took the time to give you a name. Right? Right? Some of your parents even like, yeah, the name you have, oh, that's a Primus, and that kind of thing like that. But some of you get some proper names. You know, Joan and Sharon, right? Some of you get some good names like DJ, Juliet, Ronaldo, you know, Heavenly Queen. Some of your parents took time to give us some good names. Facebook user, proper names. Right? Let me call it up. So Kurt Brown is also known as Cocoa Tea. Well, them boys bust him. Intercepted him. $5.9 million worth in marijuana. It's really thing planting, man. We planted in the sky now. The more the buns, the more marijuana coming. More the buns, more marijuana. Well, you know, folks, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. You can't do the time. Please and thank you, brothers and sisters. Don't do the crime. Joy Dotson and all the other folks joining us. You can't do it, don't do it. Simple as that. Moving on, folks. Father, have your mercies. But as soon as you see some of these headlines, some of these transition slides, you know, transition graphics, you know where we're heading. Father, have his mercies. Sandra Lewis, well, we're enabling tonight at all. You know, Father, have his mercies. One thing to the next in this place. Charles Wilkins, one thing to the next. In this good old BG. Like when the British had we, we'd be better off. That's what some people say. When the British had we, Ingrid Pollard, we're a little better off. Out front pass, we're a little better off. Facebook user, we're a little better off. Glenford, Eva, Penel, a little better off. Yep. Dead to the door. Found the man today dead. At the door of the St. George's Cathedral, dead, folks. At the door of the St. George's Cathedral. I don't know if he was heading there for refuge or what, but they said he had a lot of blood in his face. Unidentified. Sharon Ducet Henry. Kim Dickelson, non-identified man, dead at the door of St. George's Cathedral just today. Just today. Lord have his mercies. Just today. A big man too, a big uncle, unidentified. You think this place is easy? It ain't getting easy. It ain't getting easy. Lord have his mercies. Father have your mercies on us. You think it's easy, eh? My Lord. Moving on to fight can't do, folks. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family whenever they are identified. Thoughts and prayers go out to them. Dead at the door. Yep. For your information, folks. For your information, really want to thank all of you as we hear it, FYI, for all those folks who joined us on our morning program. Savage Station, Shireen Baines and Ingrid Pollard, Mona Moses. Really want to thank all of you who tune in. Rosetta Barton. You know, really want to thank all of you guys. For your information this evening, we want to share a couple of things with you. Yep, this is the one we're tracking, guys. The Roman Catholic Bishop Francis Allen, is of the belief that we should decriminalize. It's high time. Society is now more progressive. Decriminalize homosexuality. Of course, you all know Pope Francis came out and said this a couple of days ago, that he is more interested in the human being as against the lifestyle, as against, the orientation. And Bishop Francis Allen, Bishop of Georgetown, says that while it is a human condition, it must not be seen or treated as a crime. The good bishop, right? These are very, very progressive thoughts. Ann Barker, Debbie Hohenkirk, Denise Mitchell, Roderick Henry, Karen Reynolds, Irma Dow, Sharon Caslow Edwards. Yep, Bishop Allen having his say, wading into this issue. Right? And we're going to call upon you just now for your thoughts as well. Decriminalize homosexuality is what the good bishop is proffering. Yep. Moving on to the fight card, good folks. What are your thoughts on that? Natasha Daly, Rhonda Spencer-Tom, what are your own thoughts on that? Mark Garnett, Irma Dow, what are your thoughts on that? Spurry Lee, what are your thoughts? We'll be delighted to know, folks. Share the damn like, smash that emoji button, good folks. We're moving on down. We're moving on down, folks. Moving on down. Yep, not an easy road. We keep telling you all the time. It is not an easy road. And just today, folks, just today on the trail, them boys reinforce why we right on this and why indeed it's not an easy road. You think it's easy? They're telling us on the Mabura Road, 38 miles Mabura Road, there was an accident today involving a minibus and a cruiser. And this is some of what happened there. We didn't just tell you, I'll slow down. I'll let me arrive alive. Right? Spurry Lee says he's pleading the fifth on the Bishop Allen story. Rhonda Gordon, yep, slow down and let me arrive alive. I don't know, this trail is wide, is expansive. It boggles the mind how this minibus and this cruiser got into an accident. And they're telling us, folks, that a Cuban national lost his life as a result of this accident. Tabitha Maynard, they're telling us a Cuban national lost his life in this accident here at 38 miles Mabura Road. And that is one of the photographs coming up out of this accident here. A very, very fiery accident there on the Mabura Trail, folks. A very, very fiery accident there. Moving on to the fight card, folks. Moving on. We by them boys section now. We by them boys section. Bella Grimsandi, Spurley and Singh. Here's linking. You know, boys, them boys, the Jebusites, the Nakavakamites, the Hittites, the Philistines, and the Pharisees, the Jagabots, the trench capos, the tadpoles, the cricketers, the Brahman bulls, the black belly sheep, and the big black chicken. Now them boys into shrimp. Full animal farm. We buy them boys section. Yep. More scraps. Candy Girl, oh scraps. Candy's favorite refrain, oh scraps. Maxine Altier, Patricia Craig, Leon Logan, oh scraps. Can't catch your breath in this country, Can't catch your breath. Folks, if we allowed all these stories we get on a daily basis, we did like a 5-hour show. A 5-hour show, issue after issue. But God is the greatest country on earth, and we love it. We love it. Oh, scraps. Ben telling us you got more sirens coming. Folks, I fell for sirens. You can't drive two corners in this capital, especially. We're having to pull over. Donkey can't get siren and flashing lights. Bicycle gets siren and flashing light. Taxi gets siren. The maid, the dog, the housekeeper gets siren and flashing light. Ben is saying that they are getting set to amend the laws. They're getting set to tweak the laws. It's only a certain category. Police, the president, I think the Minister of Home Affairs, a small group of people are provided for under the law for sirens. Now they're telling us they're going to expand it to diplomats, friends, family, and favorites, and some high-ranking government official. which means the vice president and co. Yeah, I don't think we could take more sirens. I don't think. Folks, these people tremendously slow down traffic. Tremendously. If you got to go between three corners and there's 5 different set of sirens that you're pulling over, what time you meeting where you're going? What time you, and some of them got the emergency, you know. Some of them go to buy KFC. Some of them go buy little bread, little Chinese food. No emergency. No great emergency. They just don't want to wait. They just don't want to wait. So Ben telling us more sirens come in. You think you understand what we're talking about, Pam Hall? This is going to be one of the most noisiest national capital city that they have. Not everybody has sirens and flashing lights. Right? That make no sense. You know, it's embassies in this capital. How many high commissioners? How many representatives of other countries in this capital here? Soon you turn, it's sirens. Soon you turn left, right, then some more sirens coming, more flashing lights. This is Christmas all year round now. Christmas all year round. But I hope they're happy. I hope they're happy. You know, and while you're at it, put down what's the name? I will mind some for myself. Samoa Williams, Kolawashi Braffett, put them on the list too. Put Patricia Craig down. You know, since we give an outing, Debbie Apple, lash out to Debbie. No one come wrong you funny. Jennifer Booker, Carol Braffett, Mark Ward. Put on Debbie Pitt name too. We want flashing like what? Good by tweet. Anything Dewey, Jamal Aziz, nothing Dewey. More coming. That's what they're telling us. Flashing lights. And twinkling symbols. Coming. More sirens in your skin. I thought they can pull back. I see security companies with sirens. You know, it's just so fun. Friends, family, and favorites with the sirens. Friends, family, and favorites. Yep. Catfish. 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 But this story had me. This story had me. The president got an outreach to Region 6. Got an outreach to Region 6, good folks. That's the wrong one. Look, story. But as we hear, guys, we got to fix this thing, you know. I don't want to find people like Kaicho News, please. We got to fix this. I don't want to let go anybody like Kaicho News. But as we hear, good folks. So the guys were at the conference recently. This was I think the sergeants. Let me make sure we have it right. Yeah, the sergeants, inspectors and sergeants conference. And here is the acting commissioner of police, Clifford Nicholson, in the ranks. They got to change with the times. He says we cannot remain stagnant. You know, he like these lofty things, and then it's back to square one tomorrow. Lofty things, and then somebody's still taking something every time they stop you for dancing. Right? But I agree with him in principle that we can't remain stagnant. You know, we got to continue to professionalize the police force, Sadie. We got to continue to professionalize the police force. Natasha and Orma and Louisa. That's what we got to continue to do. Professionalize Jennifer Bob. True and correct? True and correct. So we agree in principle. You got to change with the times. Hickens told the ranks today, inspectors and sergeants, you got to change with the times. You got to up your game. Up your game. Folks, you go to Trinidad. You see a policeman, oh father, you see a symbol of authority. Those guys look the part. Dress the part. I mean, they got all issues over there too. You see? But we really got to up our game. Right? We really got to up our game. Some policemen will pull in. You know, like them little strips. I mean, we got some good policemen, you know, who are good representations of the Ghana police force. But then you see, folks, moving on. But we agree in principle. In principle, we agree, good folks. In principle, as I told you, catfish. Infant was in Belize today, Region 6, on an outreach, a 2-day outreach to Region 6. Good for you. Right? Maria, take a walk down by the synthetic track. Take a walk down by the synthetic track. I won't tell you folks, Yolanda, is our reporting on the synthetic track that caused Irfan to be in Region 6. I won't tell you that. Right? But it's in Region 6. But part of the reporting we saw says that some folks were moved to tears. No, this only happens in places like, you know, North Korea, where you see the head of state, Kim Jong-un, you know, passing by and people start crying. You don't really see a lot of tears and so on, because it's only so much tears your body can produce on a daily basis. And most of the folks, they don't cry out all the tears. But of course, you see the facial expression and so on, as though they're in deep mourning, you know, they're so thrilled to see him. Right? They're squishing up their face and they're going through the emotions, all the antics and so on. So, you know, that crossed our mind when we saw this reporting that suggested that, you know, they said there were tears in the eyes of many. It's what stupid this is to say in this country. So it's Kim Jong-il now. Folks, I kid you not. The Department of Public Information, under the guidance of Kwame McCoy, in this reporting said residents were the tears, you know, in the eyes of many. Right? So I said, is what they say now. It's so deep the cost, 11 deep, and this man bringing food. Right? It's so deep the cost, 11 thing, and folks, if you're real hungry, if you're real hungry, right? If you're real hungry and you see food coming up the road, and you feel like you want to see that, this is the NA, right? You will drink your last mouthful of water and kick off now. And then you see a little thing coming up the road, sir. That's thing to make you cry, sir. We don't know. But the folks at DPI said there were tears in the eyes of many. So I wonder, what people crying for? Is what dust in the area of Region 6? Huh? Like the people start building the synthetic track. Like the folks start building that synthetic track there in Region 6. You know, I mean, like help us out a little bit. The inquiring minds want to know. Like the folks have started building the synthetic track there in Region 6. Huh? Now that would be something to look forward to, and maybe a lot of dust in the air and such and so forth. Right? Maybe that's what's happening there. Is it track? Do let us know, folks. Is it the track? You all know we went to Region 6 a couple days ago, and we have been talking about this synthetic track that was promised to the folks there in Region 6 for quite some time now. It's over 2 years. This thing was budgeted for. Right? Money was appropriated for it, and yet we still waiting. We still holding. Take a look at our report on the synthetic track. Maybe somebody does. DPI said the folks were moved to tears. Moved to tears. Take a look at the reporting on the synthetic track.
This week, Budget 2023 moves on to the scrutiny of the estimates and expenditures after the recent debates in the National Assembly. The government has been in overdrive in its public relations effort to sell the budgetary measures to citizens. Citizens see the Ali-led administration's budget as a bluff, and the residents of Berbice in Region 6 are very skeptical as they say some budget promises from 2 years ago are yet to materialize. Among the plethora of promises made in past budgets, a synthetic track for the ancient county is yet to commence. When our publication visited the area earmarked for the project, there was no noticeable work in progress at the site. In the region, there have been accusations of corruption, nepotism, and cronyism in the award of contracts. Whatever the reasons for the delay of the project, Berbice residents say this is another example of false promises made by the administration, and the government is not working in their interest.
Yep. So no synthetic track as yet. No synthetic track as yet. The folks there in 6 are still waiting. The money was already budgeted for. The budget was passed 2 years ago. You know, and the folks to the National Assembly and told us, you know, they got to finish it off. they got to finish it off. So when we heard the folks there in Berbice were moved to tears, you know, we thought this is North Korea all over again. North Korea all over again. Maybe they're crying over the synthetic track they didn't finish. Maybe it is that. Maybe it's that they're crying over. Folks, it's in Narco State, you know. The GRA, folks. This is the GRA. Told us today, folks, we got over 3,000 people watching us on a Thursday night across social media. Over 2,000 on Facebook alone. Y'all know y'all able, you know. Shout out to you folks who come every night after night after night to see what the content we provide for you guys here. If you find any value in it, folks, if you find any value in it, any value, why don't you take the opportunity to partner with us? We're available via Cash App and PayPal and Zelle, MMG, MoneyGram, and Western Union. And this is how we go from program to program, from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. Folks, do you know it's over 2 years we out here bring you guys valid, credible information. Yep. Valid, credible information. And those of you who want this to be said in a fancy way, take a listen.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's try.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $ in the ring 592, Zelle and PayPal in the ring 592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments.
Yep, so the boys say we going back to Narco State now. Partner with we. We won't win the trade. God knows. Partner with us, folks. Them boys say we going back now to Narco State. And look, here's why. Looky here. Here is why. The GRA just today said that they're seeing an alarming rise in refined narcotics entering our borders. You see? None of the islands, not just any narcotics we're doing. Roderick Henry, Naomi Drucker, it is refined narcotics. You don't bring y'all no great thing here. High grade. You see? High grade. Refined narcotics. This is the word that was used by the Ghana Revenue Authority. I guess they want the pound of flesh too. They say they're seeing an alarming rise. Them boys come back. Emmanuel Duncan. Them boys come back. Patricia Craig. Candy Harris. They come back. They come back. Can you imagine that? Refined narcotics. It's not just any narcotics we're dealing with here. We can afford proper things now. We can afford proper things now. Refined narcotics. I wish y'all well. If you are into good narcotics, I wish y'all well. You see? I wish y'all well. Refined narcotics. We got enough, folks. Don't just make any and everything refined. But if GRA says so, folks, I believe them. But we got to watch them. Them boys come back. Them boys come back. You see what's happening? It's back, them boys come. It's back, them boys come, and carry me back. Back and carry me back. Bring on the fight card. Good folks, they come back. One carry back. But forward ever. Backward never. Bring on the fight card, good folks. Well, look story down the bad. Look story down. Carlet and all the other guys who are joining us tonight. Happy to have here Abiola and Rhonda Gordon, Andrew Griffith. Good to have you, and Margaret Cranham, Mingo, Ingrid King, all these special people. Look story now. What's trouble now? You know, Vikram Bharat, the minister there of, what is it called? Natural Resources? Yeah. Some of them don't know what, you don't remember them. Vikram Bharat, Minister of Natural Resources. Well, they're promising this Exxon Mobil audit that was supposed to be done a long time now. They said March. We get the report. You know what's strange about this? Well, I shouldn't say strange. They like to espouse transparency and good governance and rule of law and accountability. But we can take a long time to see this report. Mark my words, it's going to be a long time and a dark day before we see this report. You see? Now we hear them singing a tune, oh, the local companies ain't got the capacity to audit ExxonMobil. We know what money. Alson Cortez, we know what money. Right? You give me a calculator, 2 twos. I find me the loophole that they're spending with ExxonMobil. $7.3 billion, US dollars, gotta be audited. Oh my God, I can take me the rest of my life. They're promising now March. March, they say, folks. March. we can get this report in March. Well, I ain't holding my breath. I ain't holding my breath because this is an administration that's hold on information real tight. This is an administration that is hold on information real tight, folks. So we're really holding breath. They're really transparent. They believe that saying we're transparent is being transparent. That is the measure. So we're really holding too long. You see, don't hold it back for them. We deserve the report. The report belongs to all of us, but everybody's hold on real tight. As I'm on that, and I talk about how non-opaque, less opaque, whatever the term, the murky, where it concerns transparency, very, very murky. They're like the shadows of government and governance, not the light of it. And it became so productively clear this afternoon. The Gas Show project, for instance, folks, is one of the biggest projects we're going to undertake as a nation. It is perhaps the biggest project we will undertake. Folks, I think there is a pipeline yet, and we already spent $20-something billion. And we're on a pipeline yet. You get a gas to your house, your light bill and come down, and we have already spent $20+ billion. $20+ billion. MP Ganesh Mahipal, young and swift, quick and nimble, like Director of Finance who we showed you earlier, ask the Prime Minister on the issue of the Gas Issue project. You all say you all have a document that is going to elucidate for the Guyanese people what this project is all about. And when they read it, they'll see how they can benefit Leslie Thompson, Martha Harris, Basil Puran. They will see how they can benefit. Could you circulate the report, Mr. Prime Minister, as head of government business in the House, the National Assembly? Could you circulate the report? Folks, that is like pulling teeth. You know, that's like trying to pull out Philip's teeth to get a report out of him. Right? And he didn't even see the report yet. I think the first thing we got to do is request the report from Phillips. Not the first thing we got to do is request the report to rubber stamp Prime Minister Phillips. That's the first thing. So this is our closer tonight. Listen to the exchange between the young, vibrant, and dynamic Ganesh Mahipal. I think as well the chairman of the PNCR, Member of Parliament, Sherwin Holder, got in a couple of questions trying to bring out from the minister. One, there's a report, and two, the public, you and I, can have access to it. So if this thing will belong to all of us. If they ever build the Gas Show project, it will belong to the PPP. They don't think it belongs to them, but it belongs to each and every one of us as Guyanese. As Guyanese. Folks, on this Thursday night, get a little popcorn, get a Cokes. Right? Take a seat, brace yourself. And listen to the exchange between the Prime Minister of a whole country, the Prime Minister of a whole country, and Member of Parliament Ganesh Mahipal, Member of Parliament Sherwin Holder. Take a look, good folks, and take a listen.
Honorable Member, Mr. Mahipal.
Thank you, Comrade Chairman. Comrade Chairman, let me start by saying I don't profess to be an expert in economics, but for my own understanding and consumption, I know that this is a very big project that will benefit all of Guyana, expected so, and hopefully so. And I see, sir, that in 2022, we had a budgeted sum of $20,800,000,000 for this project, and then the supplementary, this that was taken from the control fund of the contingency fund of $3,812,999,559, bringing it up to a total of $24,613,000,000. And I also take into account that $30 billion will be coming to this project via loan or grant, as stated in the budgeted sum, which we considered earlier, and a total of $43,300,000,000 for 2023. May I ask the Honorable Minister to provide an update to this House on the current status of this project, given that the sum that was expended in 2022 amounts to $24,613,000,000, and if we can have a copy of the final investment plan that was promised via the media from, I think it was Mr. Winston Brasington who said it in February of 2022. So if a copy of that can be laid over also.
Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, my understanding is that the honorable member is seeking information on the money that is being allocated in 2022 for this project.
The status of where it is right now.
We had paid 15% of the contract sum for the EPC contract, and that amounted to $24.213 billion. As you can recall, the total sum was some $759,882,080 United States, and that 15% would have been $113,982,312, and that's how we arrive at, in Guyana dollars, $24.213 billion. Payment of $400 million made to the Ministry of Public Works, and that's for payment to persons whose land being acquired for the pipeline route under the law acquisition for public purposes. The amount of $400 million represents a sum that is more than double the fair market value as determined by the Chief Valuation Office. As such, persons are being compensated for no less than 2 times the valuation for the land. And the amount of the payments made so far, $24,612,999,559.70. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Michael.
Mr. Chair, may I ask the Honorable Prime Minister if he is willing to circulate to all members of this House the final investment plan?
Honorable Prime Minister.
Sorry, if I may, Prime Minister, may I, sir?
Honorable
Mr. Speaker, if I,
Senior Minister
Mr.
in the
Chairman, if I
Office of
may,
the
just to
President.
supplement. I don't myself, Mr. Chairman, I don't myself recall what statements or commitments were made previously in relation to what will be provided, but where we had indicated that information would be provided, we'd be very happy to do so. So if there's a particular item or information or piece of information or plan that was promised that will be made available and it has not thus far been made available, we'd be happy to make it available. But I'm not specifically sure about any particular item that the honorable member was asked. But he's referring to a commitment previously made to make an investment plan available. Where that commitment was made previously, we would certainly be very happy to honor it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Manifold.
No. I read my own notes, okay? Get it right. Sir, I was reading up on this project, and as I started off by saying, I don't profess to be an expert at it, but with the provision of these documents, I'm sure that it will give me better understanding, and also the people of Guyana better understanding, because I think this project is bigger than politics, and I know that there are many opinions that are being expressed in the public domain, as opposed to bringing the gas to shore via the pipelines. Why not use barges? And then there's some talks about that I read, whereby it will be cheaper and more economical and beneficial to the people of Guyana. Should there be any issue with the pipelines, at least you know you have the barges that can work as storage tanks and so on, and all of these things. But I referenced the final investment plan, sir, because it was in February of 2022 when Mr. Winston Brasington said in an interview that the final investment plan was ready. So it's against that backdrop, and in the interest of transparency and accountability, sir, I am asking if perhaps all the documents that are related to this big project that is going to utilize a substantial amount of money from the Guyanese people, if all the documents relating to this project can be made available to the opposition side of this house so that we can have a better and clearer understanding and be a part of the process to ensure that the people's money are accounted for and the project is being scrutinized to the fullest for the benefit of all Guyanese people.
Honorable Minister. Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to remind the honorable member the commitments made earlier. We remain committed to transparency, and I wish to assure you that all documents will be provided for the honorable members to be clearly informed as to this project.
So,
Thank you.
In due course.
Honorable
thank you,
Member,
Mr. Speaker.
Mr.
I'm
Manifold.
happy for the Honorable Prime Minister's response to that question, and I'm happy that he has endeavored to provide all the documents pertaining to this project. And may I ask the Prime Minister if he can commit a time on the basis, sir, that there are documents that are already, and the noise that are coming from the other side will not deter me from asking, sir, because I'm elected here by the people, for the people, and will work in the interest of the people. And this is a big project, sir, that requires that type of representation. And I'm asking the Prime Minister, sir, if the documents that are available now, if the Prime Minister is prepared to give us a timeline when he will provide the opposition side of this house with the documents relating to this big project.
Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I already promised the honorable member that in due course, all the information will be available to him. Mr. Speaker, additionally, in the media, we had a sign-in ceremony and we had a press release. So the Guyanese people are already receiving information on this project.
Thank you.
This is already public knowledge, Mr. Speaker, but I will, in due course, of course, honor the commitment to the honorable member.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. Honorable members, the Honorable Member, Mr. Hood.
Thank you, Committee Chair. Committee Chair, could the Prime Minister state when this project is completed, at what rate power will be sold from this plant?
Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we've already made a commitment that the people of Guyana will be paying far less than what they're paying for now. Already communicated out there is some 50% is a figure, and the information will be so communicated. We already raised the expectations of the Guyanese people, and we will deliver on that.
Mr.
Thank
Chair?
you very much, Honorable Prime Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Holder.
Comrade Chair, could I ask the Minister to deliver the answer which I seek, the rate at which power will be sold? How much cents, dollars per kilowatt hour?
Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, in all fairness to the opposition, I don't want to communicate too many figures to confuse them. So let us live with the fact that at the end of this project, you will be paying far less than you're paying now for electricity. That is easier to process for now. Information on a need-to-know basis, information as it becomes available. When the project is completed and we start to distribute the electricity and the rates change, we will communicate that. But for now, it will be far less than you're paying now.
Honorable
Chair, when I
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Holder.
Mr. Chair, the PPP government has a bad track record when it comes to these types of massive projects. This project is being undertaken billions upon billions of dollars. It's only fair that the Prime Minister can give us in this House and give to the people of Guyana this information. Could I ask another question? At what do you estimate to be the unit cost of the gas that will be supplied to the plant? If you determine that it will be the power produced will cause the Guyanese people to see a 50% reduction, I'm building up to the question here.
We already asked a question. The question you asked, tell me if I'm not comprehending, is what is the price of the gas that will be delivered to
Yes, I'm trying to give some context to the question.
So you asked the question and I'm about to put. But I was about to also say, before you asked the question, you made a statement about the PPP government and it might envisage a response. Honorable Prime Minister, these failed projects that your government?
Mr. Speaker, the PPP government has a history of conceptualizing, constructing, and delivering to the people of Guyana. Contrary to the coalition government, who is good at dreaming and perhaps some amount of conceptualization, but not implementing. Not implementing, no delivery. And even for the projects that they tried with, they're all incomplete. And in cases, we have to take corrective measures and deliver them to the people of Guyana. So rest assured that this project will be delivered to the people of Guyana in keeping with the timeline, and the cost that they will pay for electricity will be far less than they're paying now.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister.
Yep, we did tell you it was like pulling teeth. to get that information out of the Prime Minister. And folks, this is the biggest project, the gas to show project that we've ever undertaken as a nation. Already they've spent 24, as you heard there, $1 billion of your money and my own on this project, but we can't see the documents. That's really what that was about. You can't see the documents. However you asked for it, you've seen it. And we've already, Carol and Verlin, Jamal Aziz, Alfred Park, Melissa, spent $24 billion dollars on this project. 24 billion with a B. Right. But we can't see the components of it. We can't see the investment document. Wow. Transparency is transparency when they say it is. Right. Rule of law, accountability. That's where we are, good folks. That is where we are. Prime Minister himself, I'm certain, haven't seen the document as yet. Has not seen the document as yet. I'm absolutely certain he has not. But this will pass this for transparency here, and good governance, and rule of law, and accountability, and all those lofty terms they like to bandy about the place. Yeah. Yep. That's going to do it for us tonight, folks. That is going to do it for us this evening. We won't have a show in the morning because, as I told the guys today, I have to be in court very early. We have to be in court to descend with the mayor of the city of Georgetown. We have that matter still in the court, so we have to be out very early tomorrow morning. We're not going to have the program in the morning, but we're going to be back with you tomorrow night, same time and the same place. I really want to thank all of you who stayed with us. The clip was a little long, but I want you to get a sense of exactly how you got to interrogate these guys. And still, folks, the information coming forth, you know. The information just not coming forth. It's not coming forth. Thanks for being here with us, each and every one of you folks. You all made this show of what it was tonight. You all made this show what it was. Good to see each and every one of you out here with us tonight, folks. Great to have you guys. That's it. Alexis Chamberlain Richmond. Have a great evening, folks. Tony Hack and Joylyn Cook, Rhonda Gordon, Jennifer Pearson. Am I calling Jennifer right? Where is it? Gone by so far. Elizabeth Williams, Joylyn Cook, Ingrid King. Good to have you there, folks. Poor people, Governor. Respect and manners, my brother. Respect and manners. That's going to do it for us at this end. Stay safe, guys. Stay